weary traveler to a quiet moment just for you. As the day's echoes soften and the world outside begins to hush, find yourself a truly comfortable spot. Allow your shoulders to release any tension and let your body settle into the embrace of your bed or chair. Take a slow, deep breath in, feeling the air fill you with calm. And as you gently exhale, release any lingering thoughts, any worries that might still cling. This time, right now, is a gift you're giving yourself, a quiet journey into the heart of ancient wonders. There's nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to be, except here, listening to the gentle unfolding of a myth. Just breathe and let my voice be a soft guide. Imagine now, as your mind begins to quiet, a scene emerging from the mists of time. Before you, a path of smooth, ancient stones, worn soft by centuries, winds through a sacred grove. Tall, gnarled olive trees, their leaves shimmering silver in the gentle moonlight, stand like silent guardians. The air here is cool and sweet, carrying the subtle scent of old earth and blooming night jasmine. Up ahead, partially hidden by the moon-dappled foliage, you can just make out the pale gleam of marble. It's the entrance to an ancient temple, its columns rising gracefully, hinting at stories whispered across generations. A sense of profound peace settles over this place, a quiet reverence that invites you to simply be. The temple doesn't feel grand or imposing, but rather a soft, welcoming sanctuary, bathed in the tranquil light of the moon. Waiting patiently, air within this ancient sanctuary is cool and still, carrying the faint, earthy scent of old stone and perhaps a whisper of forgotten incense. Your gaze drifts across the worn flagstones beneath your feet, smoothed by countless footsteps through ages long past. Each stone seems to hold a memory, a quiet story told only to the moonlight that now filters gently through unseen openings high above. Soft, ethereal beams paint long, dancing shadows across the temple's interior, moving with the slow, almost imperceptible journey of the moon, tracing patterns on the silent, dusty floor. As you allow your eyes to adjust further, you notice the subtle carvings etched into the sturdy pillars that rise gracefully towards the unseen ceiling. They aren't grand or elaborate, but simple, flowing patterns, perhaps depicting celestial paths or silent constellations. These ancient motifs tell tales without words, inviting a peaceful contemplation. Deeper within, one particular alcove, slightly recessed into the far wall, seems to glow with a particularly soft luminescence. It holds a small, perfectly still pool of water, perhaps a natural spring, reflecting the moon's silvery face like a polished mirror. The water's surface is unblemished, a perfect liquid canvas mirroring the tranquil sky outside, a tiny window to the cosmos within the temple's heart. A profound silence fills this space, broken only by the gentle sigh of a distant, unseen breeze rustling through ancient leaves outside the temple walls, gentle rustling leaves. There is no urgency here, no demand for attention, just a quiet invitation to witness the passage of time and the serene beauty of the moon's embrace. You can feel the coolness radiating from the stone, a grounding presence that connects you to the deep history embedded within these walls. The temple breathes around you, a living, quiet entity, its ancient wisdom a soothing lullaby. The gentle hum of the ancient stones seems to guide your next quiet steps. You find yourself drifting deeper into the temple's embrace, along a wide corridor carved from smooth, pale marble. The air here is still and cool, carrying the faint, sweet scent of dried herbs and distant, earthy incense. Moonlight, a soft silver blue, filters through high, narrow windows, casting long, peaceful shadows that stretch like sleeping giants across the polished floor. Each shadow holds its own quiet story, a silent echo of countless footsteps that have passed this way through the ages. Along one side of the corridor, intricate carvings adorn the walls, depicting celestial maps and the slow, graceful dance of ancient constellations. These aren't just patterns, they are whispers of the cosmos, etched into the very fabric of this sacred place. You notice how tiny specks of mica in the marble catch the moonlight, shimmering faintly like distant stars themselves, creating a soft, ethereal glow. The detail is exquisite, yet so subtle, inviting a calm, unhurried gaze rather than demanding attention. The corridor gently slopes downwards, leading you towards a deeper chamber. With each step, the world outside feels further away, replaced by the profound tranquility within these hallowed halls. A soft, continuous murmur, like water flowing far beneath the earth, begins to reach your ears, a constant, reassuring sound. It's the temple's heartbeat, perhaps, or the soft song of a hidden spring. The air grows even cooler, a gentle caress against your skin, deepening the sense of peace and ancient mystery. You are enveloped completely in the quiet wonder of this timeless sanctuary. You are enveloped completely in the quiet wonder of this timeless sanctuary. The gentle coolness guides your steps deeper into the sacred grove. Here, the ancient trees form a natural cathedral, their towering branches reaching up like silent prayers to the soft, glowing sky above. Moonlight filters through the thick canopy, dappling the moss-covered stones beneath your feet with intricate patterns of silver and shadow. A faint, sweet scent of night-blooming jasmine and damp earth perfumes the air, a fragrance that feels as old as the world itself. You notice a subtle shift in the terrain, a path emerging from the twisted roots and ferns, inviting you onward with a silent promise of deeper tranquility. It leads to a small clearing, softly illuminated, where a circular arrangement of ancient, weathered stones marks a sacred space. In the very center, a low, unassuming stone altar stands, its surface smoothed by countless seasons and untold generations. On its flat top, a single, perfectly smooth river stone rests, reflecting the moonlight with a soft, inner glow, as if holding a tiny fragment of the moon itself. Around the altar, on the remnants of fallen pillars, ancient carvings depict gentle, winged figures and swirling celestial maps, their forms softened and almost erased by time, and the patient touch of gentle rain. Sound of soft, rustling leaves, distant, gentle hoot of an owl. The air here hums with an almost imperceptible energy, a peaceful resonance that settles deep within you. Every whisper of the wind through the leaves seems to carry ancient secrets, yet in a way that soothes rather than disturbs. You pause, simply observing the interplay of light and shadow, the quiet dignity of these weathered monuments. Everything feels still, preserved, and endlessly serene, drawing you further into its peaceful embrace. The air here carries a faint, ancient scent, a mixture of cool stone, dry earth, and something indefinable, like time itself. Your gaze now drifts past the grand, weathered facades toward a subtle opening nestled between two massive pillars. It beckons softly, not with urgency, but with a quiet invitation to discover more of this sanctuary's secrets. You step through, and the light shifts, becoming softer, diffused. You find yourself in a spacious, open-air courtyard enclosed by tall, intricately carved walls. Above, the night sky is a deep, velvety canvas, scattered with countless stars that seem to twinkle with an age-old wisdom, reflecting in the still water below. In the very center of this tranquil space, a shallow, circular pool reflects the celestial tapestry, its surface unbroken, like a polished obsidian mirror. Soft, distant water, flowing sound, ancient, gnarled trees, their branches gracefully reaching towards the heavens, stand sentinel in the corners of the courtyard, their leaves rustling imperceptibly in a gentle, almost silent breeze. Moonlight paints long, dancing shadows across the patterned flagstones beneath your feet, creating a serene, ever-shifting mosaic of light and shade. Each intricate carving on the surrounding walls tells a silent story, a myth whispered through millennia, inviting your mind to simply observe, to soak in the profound peace that has settled here, undisturbed for centuries. The coolness of the night air is refreshing, a gentle caress on your skin, adding to the sense of deep calm that envelops you in this timeless place. All around, the temple breathes slowly, a monument to enduring serenity, as your own breath deepens and slows to match its quiet rhythm. The temple breathes, a gentle, almost imperceptible rhythm that hums through the ancient stone, inviting your own breath to find its quiet pace. As you rest within its tranquil embrace, a soft, ethereal light begins to gather, not from any direct source, but seeming to emanate from the very air itself. It pools gently around the base of a grand archway, hinting at a passage leading deeper within these hallowed grounds. With a whisper of curiosity, you find yourself drawn towards this quiet luminescence. The archway frames a long, silent corridor, its walls adorned with faded frescoes depicting scenes of forgotten celestial maps and starlit journeys. The colors are muted now, softened by countless ages, yet they retain a profound beauty, like dreams remembered just at dawn. Each brushstroke tells a story of serenity, of gods charting constellations and heroes sailing upon seas of starlight. The corridor stretches ahead, not vast and imposing, but intimate and welcoming, lit by a constant, soft glow that feels warm and gentle on the eyes. The polished marble floor beneath your feet reflects this light dimly, creating a sense of walking on still water. There is no sound here, save for the very faint echo of your own calm breathing, a soft, reassuring rhythm in the profound quiet. This path is not one of urgency, but of patient discovery, leading you further into the temple's ancient heart, where time itself seems to slow its turning, allowing you to simply be, suspended in a moment of utter peace. The air is still and cool, carrying only the faintest scent of old stone and perhaps a trace of forgotten incense, a scent that whispers of long ago ceremonies and sacred solitude. The scent lingers, a gentle reminder of countless ages that have passed within these sacred walls. Your gaze now drifts along the cool, smooth surface of a colossal pillar, its stone worn soft by time, yet still holding the intricate patterns carved into its base. These designs speak without words, swirling lines and subtle symbols that seem to capture the quiet stories of the very earth and sky, flowing in a timeless dance. A faint, diffused light filters from above, perhaps through a high, narrow opening or a skylight of ancient, clouded glass. It casts long, soft shadows that stretch like sleeping giants across the polished floor, creating a sense of immense depth and stillness. There is no urgency here, only the deep, silent breath of the temple itself, a presence that has witnessed epochs unfold. As your eyes gently adjust to the soft light, you might notice the subtle gleam of something embedded within the floor, or perhaps a faint mosaic pattern that has faded into the stone over centuries, hinting at a larger tapestry of meaning, now almost entirely forgotten. Nearby, a low, wide bench of the same ancient stone curves along the wall, inviting quiet contemplation, worn smooth by generations of silent visitors. Each element, though silent, seems to hold a memory, a gentle whisper from a distant past, inviting you to simply be present within its timeless embrace. The air remains cool, a soft caress against your skin, and the quiet deepens, absorbing any stray thought, leaving only peace. The quiet deepens, absorbing any stray thought, leaving only peace. You feel a soft invitation, a gentle pull further into the heart of this ancient grove, deeper than before. Each step you take is cushioned by a carpet of fallen leaves and velvet moss, absorbing sound, making your passage feel like a whisper in time. The cool air continues to caress your skin, carrying the faint, sweet scent of damp earth and unseen blossoms, a fragrance as old as the world itself, mingling with the clean aroma of pine and distant, dewy stone. Above, the intricate canopy of ancient trees forms a dark, vast lace against the faint glow of a high moon. Silvery light filters through, dappling the forest floor in shifting patterns of luminescence and shadow. You notice how some of the largest trees, their trunks impossibly broad and gnarled, seem to hum with a quiet, resonant energy, their branches reaching skyward like ancient supplicants. Their leaves, kissed by the moonlight, shimmer with a faint, almost imperceptible inner light, as if holding echoes of forgotten stars, each one a tiny, living gem. A barely discernible path begins to emerge before you, not paved, but worn smooth by countless seasons, perhaps even by mythic footsteps. It winds gently between the colossal, silent trees, inviting you deeper into the grove's profound embrace. The air here feels even more still, a pocket of timeless calm where the ordinary world truly fades away. You can almost hear the soft rustle of unseen spirits in the leaves, or the gentle murmur of a hidden spring just beyond your sight. A lullaby woven into the very fabric of this sacred place. The path leads you onward, promising no urgency, only quiet beauty and the deep comfort of ancient wonder, gently guiding you toward what lies ahead. The gentle path, soft with centuries of fallen leaves and ancient moss, widens almost imperceptibly. Overhead, the canopy of the sacred grove thickens, filtering the ambient light into a soft, dappled glow. Immense, gnarled trees, their bark like wise, patient faces, stand sentinel on either side. Their branches reach out, forming natural arches, draped with delicate, silvery lichens that shimmer faintly in the filtered light. A profound stillness settles here, broken only by the softest whisper of a distant breeze through the leaves, like a forgotten lullaby. The air itself feels different, cool and clean, carrying the faint, earthy scent of damp stone and growing things, a quiet perfume of the ages. It's a place where time seems to slow, where the hurried pace of the world outside melts away, leaving only the quiet rhythm of breath and heart. As you walk, the ground beneath your feet remains soft and yielding, cushioning each step. No rush, no demand, just a tranquil movement through this timeless space. The path continues its winding, unhurried journey, each turn revealing a new configuration of ancient roots and moss-covered stones, like silent guardians of this sacred way. Ahead, through a natural opening in the ancient trees, a soft, ethereal luminescence begins to glow. It is not bright, but a gentle, steady light, hinting at an open clearing or perhaps a hidden spring, or even the subtle glow of moonlight reflecting on forgotten waters. The air grows even calmer here, as if in anticipation, holding its breath for what awaits. The subtle glow casts long, dancing shadows of the tree branches onto the forest floor, creating intricate, shifting patterns that mesmerize the eye. The path, still unhurried, curves gently towards this soft light, inviting you deeper into the heart of the ancient wonder, where the air itself seems to hum with a gentle, soothing energy. Each step is a quiet promise, a slow unfolding of peace. Soft, distant breeze as you venture further. The path narrows slightly, winding through colossal ancient trees whose branches intertwine overhead like a vast green canopy. Sunlight filters down in dappled patterns, painting shifting mosaics of light and shadow on the worn stone path beneath your feet. The air here is noticeably cooler, carrying a faint, sweet scent of damp earth and unseen, rare blossoms. A whisper of gentle growth amidst the timeless stone structures that begin to emerge from the foliage. You find yourself entering a hidden clearing, a sacred grove nestled deep within the temple's verdant embrace. Here, towering moss-covered monoliths stand sentinel, their surfaces smoothed by countless ages. These immense stones are etched with faint, unreadable symbols that seem to glow with a soft, inner luminescence in the soft, diffused light, hinting at stories long forgotten. A sense of profound stillness settles around you, a quiet reverence that invites your own breath to slow and deepen, matching the serene rhythm of this place. In the very center of this tranquil space, a small, crystal-clear pool reflects the intricate canopy above, its surface utterly undisturbed, a mirror to the gentle sky. The water shimmers faintly, catching the filtered light, hinting at unseen depths where starlight might rest even in daylight. Here, the soothing energy of the ancient wonder feels most potent, a quiet presence that seems to cradle the very air, inviting all worries to simply dissipate. Each moment here is an invitation to simply be, to absorb the profound peace of this sacred, forgotten place. The distant breeze continues its gentle sigh, a lullaby whispered through the leaves, a soft companion in this deep, quiet sanctuary. Subtle, soft chime or distant wind chimes, the gentle sigh of the breeze weaves through the ancient leaves, a soft, hushed song that carries the scent of damp earth and distant blossoms. Deeper within this sacred grove, the whispers grow softer still, as if the air itself holds its breath in reverence. Here, among trees whose branches have traced the sky for centuries, stand the quiet remnants of an ancient world. Smooth, time-worn stones emerge from the earth, not in sharp angles, but softened by untold seasons. They are draped in velvet green moss, a living tapestry that mutes the very ground beneath them. Sunlight filters through the dense canopy above, breaking into soft, dappled patterns on the mossy stones and the forest floor. Each ray seems to linger, illuminating dust motes dancing in the still air, creating tiny, fleeting galaxies of light. The path, barely discernible, invites a gentle step further inward, leading toward a central clearing. Here, a small, crystal-clear pool rests, its surface unblemished, reflecting the ancient trees and the patches of sky like a perfect, undisturbed mirror. The water is so still, so pure, it seems to hum with a silent, ancient energy. Around its edges, smooth, gray stones form a natural basin, perhaps carved by patient hands long ago, or simply shaped by the gentle caress of time and water. No sound disturbs the tranquility, save for the occasional rustle of leaves high above, or the quiet, steady drip of water from a hidden spring feeding the pool. This is a place where time slows, where the past and present merge into a singular, peaceful moment. The air is cool and clean, carrying a faint, earthy fragrance, comforting and deeply serene. You find yourself simply observing, allowing the profound quiet to settle around you, easing any lingering thoughts or worries. This ancient sanctuary cradles you in its timeless embrace. The profound quiet deepens as you let your awareness drift through the ancient sanctuary. A soft, diffused light, perhaps from an unseen opening high above, filters into the space, painting the rough-hewn stone walls with gentle, shifting patterns. Each breath you take feels lighter, cleaner, as if the very air has been purified by centuries of peace. You notice a subtle archway, almost hidden by shadow, leading further inward. There's no rush, no urgency, just a quiet invitation to explore. Your steps are featherlight on the cool, smooth flagstones, carrying you past worn columns that seem to whisper forgotten stories. The air here carries a faint, earthy scent mixed with something else, something dry and sweet, like aged wood and forgotten blossoms. Passing through the archway, you find yourself in a chamber unlike the last. This space feels more intimate, lined with tall, slender shelves carved directly from the living rock. These aren't ordinary shelves. They cradle scrolls and bound volumes. Their covers a soft tapestry of aged leather and linen, their titles hinting at forgotten lore. It's an ancient library, a repository of myths and wisdom, kept in perfect, quiet preservation. Dust motes dance in the soft shafts of light that pierce through tiny, high windows, illuminating the intricate details of a painted fresco on the ceiling above, depicting constellations and celestial beings. The silence here is profound, punctuated only by the soft rustle of your own quiet breathing. You reach out, gently tracing the spine of a large, leather-bound book, feeling the cool, dry texture beneath your fingertips. Each artifact in this serene space holds a history, a quiet echo of the ancient world, inviting you to simply be, to rest in the gentle knowledge that time itself has paused here. The soft glow of ancient wisdom seems to emanate from the very air around these quiet relics, embracing you in its timeless embrace. Each polished surface, each intricate carving, holds a story whispered across the ages, never rushed, always patient. You feel the gentle hush of this sacred temple settle deeper, a silent symphony of peace that wraps around your senses. As your gaze softly drifts, you begin to notice how the light, perhaps filtering through a high, arched window, paints long, shifting patterns across the smooth marble floor. It's a gentle dance of illumination and shadow, moving with such slowness it's almost imperceptible, like the quiet breath of the ancient stones themselves. The tiny dust motes, caught in these soft, golden beams, shimmer like countless suspended stars, each one a fleeting sparkle in the vast, timeless air of this chamber. The subtle scent of aged cedar and cool, polished stone now mingles with something else, a faint, sweet aroma of dried herbs or long-extinguished incense, clinging gently to the quiet corners. It's a fragrance of ancient ritual and remembrance, yet it's soft, barely there, like a distant, cherished memory. You might observe a grand tapestry, perhaps, hanging on a distant, high wall, its rich colors softened by centuries of light, now depicting a serene scene from a gentle myth, a winding river flowing through an enchanted, peaceful valley, or a quiet deity watching over a sleeping world. The threads are so fine, the dyes so faded, that the image seems to belong as much to a dream as to any reality. All around, the silence is profound, broken only by the softest echoes of your own gentle breathing, a comforting rhythm in this tranquil sanctuary. There is nothing to disturb this peaceful space, only the quiet companionship of ancient things, inviting you deeper into rest, deeper into the quiet wonder that unfolds within this sacred, slumbering place. The quiet wonder beckons you further, through a softly arching doorway you might not have noticed at first, almost hidden by the shadows. It leads into a narrow passage where the air feels even cooler, carrying a faint, sweet scent of night-blooming jasmine, or perhaps ancient incense that still lingers in the very stone. Moonlight, a pale silver ribbon, streams in from a high, slender opening, illuminating dust motes dancing lazily in the still air. Your gaze drifts along the smooth, worn stone walls, which bear the faint, intricate carvings of forgotten constellations, or perhaps the patterns of ancient tides, so subtle they are almost a part of the stone itself, whispering tales without words. Gentle breeze, distant chimes, each step here is hushed, cushioned by the deep stillness that pervades this hidden pathway. You feel a sense of profound peace, a quiet guardianship that has watched over this place for countless ages, holding secrets in its silent embrace. The carvings seem to ripple with a gentle, unseen energy, not bustling, but simply being, holding their wisdom close. This is a corridor not meant for haste, but for contemplation, for allowing your thoughts to slow and drift, like those shimmering dust motes in the moonbeam. As you reach the end of this tranquil hallway, it opens gently into a small, moonlit alcove. Here, a single ancient fountain softly spills water into a moss-rimmed basin, its sound barely a whisper. The water reflects the silver moon, creating shimmering patterns on the low, vaulted ceiling. It's a quiet pool of reflection, where the world outside seems to fade completely, leaving only the soft glow and the timeless presence of this sacred space, inviting you deeper into rest, deeper into the quiet wonder that unfolds within this sacred, slumbering place. You are safe here, drifting. The soft glow continues, cradling you in its ancient warmth. You are safe here, drifting, as the whispers of time settle around you. The air itself feels imbued with quiet stories, untold for countless ages, yet always present in the very stones of this hallowed place. Beyond the gentle archway of the chamber, a long, covered walkway stretches, its pillars carved with subtle, flowing designs that seem to ripple in the moonlight. Each pillar stands as a silent guardian, leading the way with a measured, peaceful rhythm. The path is made of smooth, cool stone, worn soft by the passage of time, not by hurried footsteps, but by patient, reverent wanderings. To one side, the walkway opens slightly, offering a glimpse of a sacred grove bathed in the soft luminescence of the moon. Ancient trees, their branches heavy with quiet wisdom, stand sentinel, their leaves rustling just the slightest bit in a breeze so gentle it feels like a sigh. Gentle rustling of leaves, a faint, sweet scent drifts in from the grove, perhaps of night-blooming jasmine or the damp earth beneath the old roots, a fragrance that settles softly around you. It's a smell of peace, of deep natural tranquility, harmonizing perfectly with the temple's profound hush. The air here is cool and clean, carrying the promise of deep, undisturbed rest, inviting your own breath to slow and deepen. This path is not meant for haste, but for contemplation, for slow steps that echo only in the quiet corners of your mind. It invites you to simply be, to absorb the profound stillness of this ancient, mythic world. The moonlight paints the path ahead in shades of silver and soft shadow, guiding you without effort deeper into the serene landscape of sleep. You notice the gentle texture of the stone beneath an imaginary touch, cool and grounding. Your journey through this temple continues, always gentle, always safe, always leading to deeper peace. As you surrender to the quietude all around, the cool, grounding touch lingers, a gentle echo in the stillness of your mind. You find yourself drifting further inward, down a broad, quiet passage where the air itself feels ancient and undisturbed. It carries a faint, earthy scent, like old stone and a distant, unseen garden. The smooth stone underfoot is worn by countless ages, yet it remains firm, a steadfast path leading deeper into the temple's heart. Soft, diffused light filters from unseen sources high above, perhaps from hidden shafts open to the sky, casting long, peaceful shadows that dance slowly with the imperceptible currents of air. On either side, intricate carvings adorn the walls, not aggressive figures or dramatic scenes, but rather delicate, swirling patterns that seem to depict the slow, rhythmic breath of the earth itself, the unfurling of ancient leaves, or the gentle flow of hidden streams. Each line and curve speaks of quiet creation, of time passing with serene grace, inviting your gaze to soften and simply observe. As you follow this path, a soft, almost imperceptible hum seems to emanate from the very stones, a low, resonant vibration that settles deep within you, soothing and calm. It is not a sound that startles, but one that welcomes, a silent song of tranquility that the temple has sung for millennia. The passage opens gently into a wider, circular chamber. In its center, a shallow, crystalline pool reflects the soft overhead light like a perfect mirror, perfectly still. Around its edge, smooth, polished pebbles lie in serene arrangements, each one carrying the quiet memory of the temple's long existence. The water itself seems to hold a gentle luminescence, a soft, inner glow that invites quiet contemplation. You are simply present here, a quiet observer in a place of timeless peace, allowing the stillness to envelop you entirely, letting all thoughts gently recede. The lunar glow continues to wash over the ancient stones, revealing subtle patterns etched into their surfaces by time and gentle hands. You notice how the light, soft and ethereal, illuminates a path just ahead, winding slightly deeper into the sacred grove. It's not a path worn by many hurried feet, but rather one smoothed by generations of quiet reverence, leading to a secluded clearing that seems untouched by the rush of the world. Here, nestled amongst ancient, gnarled trees whose branches reach like silent guardians towards the sky, lies a small, circular pool. Its surface is perfectly still, a dark mirror reflecting the full moon and a scattering of the brightest stars with breathtaking clarity. Sound of very soft, distant crickets. The water itself seems to hold a gentle, cool luminescence of its own, a faint, inner light that shimmers just beneath the surface, hinting at depths unseen. Around the pool, moss-covered stones form a natural seating area, smoothed by countless ages. A few small, delicate night-blooming flowers, their petals unfurling in the moonlight, release a sweet, subtle fragrance that drifts on the cool night air. The air here is subtly different, perhaps a touch cooler than the outer grove, carrying the faint scent of damp earth and the quiet magic of the night. This is a place where ancient stories might have been whispered under starlit skies, where constellations were observed in quiet wonder, their patterns slowly understood. You simply absorb the profound tranquility of this hidden sanctuary, letting your gaze soften, feeling the deep peace of the ancient world surrounding you. All is calm, all is still, inviting you to simply be. The profound tranquility of this hidden sanctuary continues to embrace you, a silent lullaby woven from ancient stone and whispering leaves. Your gaze, now soft and unhurried, might notice the faint, ethereal glow emanating from the oldest trees, their bark textured like forgotten stories. It's not a bright light, but a shimmering, quiet breath of ancient magic that seems to pulse with the very heart of the grove itself. This gentle radiance spills onto the moss-covered ground, illuminating delicate ferns and tiny, unseen blossoms that open only in the softest, most sacred light. Each leaf, each stone, seems to hold a memory, a quiet echo of ages past, reverberating with a peace that transcends time. Soft, rustling leaves, distant water trickle as your senses deepen into this serene quietude. You might perceive a subtle shift in the light, drawing your attention towards a weathered, half-hidden stone archway, almost entirely consumed by clinging vines and soft green moss. It stands as a silent guardian, marking a further, deeper entry into the grove's heart. Through its ancient frame, the air seems even more still, the glow from within more profound. It hints at secrets not of danger, but of deeper peace, of forgotten lore etched into the very fabric of the earth. No sounds pass through it, but the softest sigh of the wind carrying the scent of damp earth and timeless growth. Here, within these hallowed bounds, time itself seems to slow, stretching out into an endless, soothing moment. You feel anchored, connected to the quiet majesty of this place, letting its profound stillness wash over you, preparing your mind for deepest rest. All is calm, all is still, inviting you to simply drift as the profound stillness settles around you, deeper and more vast than before. A sense of timelessness begins to unfurl like a soft, invisible banner. The air itself feels ancient, carrying whispers of forgotten eons, though no sound truly breaks the perfect quiet that envelops this sacred space. Your gaze, now completely unburdened, drifts along the grand, cool stone walls, seeing the faint, worn patterns of time etched into their surface like silent stories told across millennia. High above, through a single, narrow opening in the temple roof, a slender, silver beam of moonlight gently pierces the deep shadows, illuminating tiny, shimmering motes of dust dancing in its ethereal path. This celestial light, pure and soft, falls upon an old, smooth stone bench nestled in a quiet, shadowed alcove. The bench, worn smooth by countless hands and ages, hints at moments of peaceful contemplation long past, perhaps by scholars, dreamers, or guardians of ancient lore. You imagine the countless seekers who have rested here, finding solace and answers in the temple's enduring embrace. The soft glow on the ancient stone invites a deep sense of peace, a quiet communion with the vast silence that holds this hallowed ground. You feel a gentle current of ancient energy, not overwhelming, but profoundly calming, flowing through the very stones of the temple, connecting you to its ageless wisdom. Every detail is a gentle reminder of the world's quiet beauty, folding you deeper into serenity. All worry fades, replaced by the profound tranquility of this hallowed ground, a silent guardian of peace. The last whispers of the day's light now soften even further, painting the ancient stones with hues of deep indigo and velvet shadow. The temple's vast interior, once subtly illuminated, now embraces the gentle descent of night. Soft, distant owl hoot, a profound stillness settles, deeper than before, as if the very air exhales a sigh of ancient contentment. The flickering glow from unseen, distant braziers casts long, dancing shadows that stretch and recede like the slow, rhythmic breathing of the earth itself. Feel the quiet embrace of this sacred space, a sanctuary not just of stone, but of time and tranquility. The stories etched into the walls, the wisdom held within the ancient texts, and the calm energy of countless peaceful moments all coalesce around you. They are not demanding attention, but rather offering a comforting presence, a silent promise of rest. Your senses, once gently attuned to every detail, now find solace in the soft blur of twilight, in the muted sounds that are barely there. The temple, a timeless guardian, now wraps you in its peaceful hush. You are safe here, surrounded by the enduring quiet of ages. Let the lingering impressions of ancient wonder, of gentle myth and tranquil beauty, guide your mind deeper into rest. The world outside, with its worries and demands, has receded to an unhearable whisper. All that remains is this deep, pervasive calm, inviting you to release your thoughts, to loosen your hold on the day. Allow your breath to grow softer, your body heavier. The ancient spirits of this place, if they are here, watch over you with silent benevolence, their wisdom a gentle lullaby. You are free to simply be, to let go, and to welcome the quiet oblivion of sleep. Drift now, carried by the deep peace of this ancient sanctuary, into dreams as serene as the whispered tales of old. Good night.